So this is not going to be a how-to glow up video or a motivational quick fix, one of those videos. This is about me owning up to where I've been the last couple weeks and fixing it right now. So if you've ever felt like you were on a roll for a good period of time and then just fell off, slowly started slipping back into old bad habits, this one's for you, because that's exactly what I've been doing. So a few weeks ago, I got my boobs done, and I'll give myself grace because yes, I do know that I needed to heal, but healing did not mean throw out my structure, my routines, my mindset, but that's exactly what happened. So yeah, I do know that I needed to take a break and I needed to relax a little bit, but I wasn't bed rest for the last 4 weeks. It was like a week into it and I could start dressing myself again, getting out of bed myself again, showering, all that stuff. However, because I wasn't able to do part of my routine, I threw the whole routine, all of the structure and the mindset out the door. I literally felt bad for myself because I couldn't be active in the gym, although I knew that that was going to be the consequence of getting my boobs done. I wasn't going to be able to do the same things that I was doing in the gym right before it. I knew that, but instead I allowed myself to kind of be weak to it, and I felt really bad for myself. I kind of threw myself a pity party because I couldn't do the gym. For some reason, I just couldn't do anything. And I didn't realize it at first. You know, yeah, one day I'm not able to go to the gym, but I also was not eating right. I wasn't waking up early. I stopped doing my morning routine, my evening routine. I stopped doing all of my routines, actually. And I allowed myself to give myself the excuse of I'm healing, I have to do this. I've realized that I was allowing myself to fall victim of my old mindset. The one that says, it's fine, you've been through a lot, I'm gonna get to it next week. But that mindset, the one that literally leaves me in the comfort stage, that's the same one that kept me stuck for years. I'm not embarrassed to say I slipped, but I'm also not going to act like it doesn't matter, because it does. And when you stop choosing to do the things that make you uncomfortable, you give into the things that make you weak. I didn't just feel weak physically, I felt weak mentally as well. But I've been here before. This is not my first time falling off. But every time that I have fallen off and I've rebuilt, I have to start with being brutally honest with myself. And yeah, I've rebuilt a couple times that didn't work. However, the last time that I really fell off and really started making a change, I did build a structure and I built a blueprint that works for me. And I know it works. It's proven to work. I have clients who use it and it works for them. So the difference between now and back then is when I fall off and I'm brutally honest with what it is that I need to do and change, I have a structure that I can follow that's going to help me rebuild who I am now and also become stronger than I was before I even allowed myself to fall off. Because I know that I don't want to get back to the beginning. And I don't want to be the person who I was right before I fell off. She was not strong enough to keep the structure and keep the routines and keep the mindset even while not being able to work out. There was still weakness there that I didn't see, and I see it now. Yeah. I let my discipline slide. I let my routines go. I've let myself fall back into the mindset that I've fought so hard to get past, but I know I'm still in control. This video isn't about feeling bad. It's about taking ownership, because in the moment that you decide to own up to what it is that you are at fault for, that's when you get your power back. You stop focusing on the problem and you shift your mindset to focus on the solution, and you make actionable changes that need to be made to get past the problem. So today, I've made the decision to rebuild my body, but more importantly, my mindset, to get my structure back together, start following the blueprint again. I have a proven system that works, and I am going to jump back on it and start it again. I'm rebuilding not because I'm broken, but because I see the problem and I know the solution, and I want to be back in control. I know it's not going to be perfect. Some days are going to feel messy again. I can't even do the same workouts that I was able to do 4 weeks ago. However, I know how to push past my limits without hurting myself. But I'm definitely done shrinking down to the excuse of I'm in recovery, because recovery time is over. It served its purpose and now it's time to rise. So if you're watching this and you've fallen off, you've slipped back into old habits, you've been letting your mindset run you, and you're tired of just feeling like you're watching your life go by, let this be your wake-up call. You don't need a new week. You don't need to wait till Monday. You don't need to wait till the first of the month. You don't need any more motivation. You need to decide that you're worth showing up for, and you need to do it now. You need to choose discipline and structure over the comfort. And the reason why I'm sharing this message with you is because I want you to know that you're not in it alone. So if you're watching this and you're feeling stuck like I've been, let this be the video that finally gets to you and makes you realize, okay, I need to start, and I need to start now. You don't have to start alone. We can definitely do this together, because right now, this is me starting my rebuild era, rebuilding my habits, rebuilding my structure, rebuilding my goals, and rebuilding my body. And if you're ready to show up for real, hit subscribe, because this isn't gonna be the only video I post about this. I'm gonna share the things that I'm doing. I'm gonna share tips. I'm gonna share my experience through this. And in other videos, I share exactly what my coaching program is about. This is about choosing who the fuck you want to be, instead of being victim to who you are today, or even yesterday, or the last 4 weeks. You don't have to do this alone. We can definitely do this together. I'm excited to put my Empower program to work for me and show you exactly what it's made of. Have a good one.